You're watching Drake Queen Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Queen Gaming. It's 7 me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon today, and coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Remake, Sissel's Path. Before we jump into it, y'all, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up. We've got bronze for $5, silver for $10, and gold for $15 respectively, each with their own exclusive rewards and permanent access to our community Discord server. We just had two more people join the other day, y'all. Our community's already growing, so why don't y'all hop on in? It's as low as $5, and it really helps support the channel. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Righty. Alright, yep. Jenny. Oh, dear. Jenny crashed into us from behind, shoving us through the doorway. All the air left my lungs. We fell forward and tumbled into the safety of the hallway. Behind us, blocking the way back into the kitchen, was a massive wall of collapsed concrete. Behind us was Jenny. Sissel let out a scream and rushed back towards the rubble, pounding at it uselessly with his fists. Jenny! Jenny! I'm fine! A small breath of relief filled my chest at the sound of Jenny's muffled voice through the wall. It's okay! I jumped back just in time! I glanced at the wall, my throat tightening painfully. There was no way we could dig Jenny out of there in time. Sissel didn't seem to care. He heaved and clawed at the wall with bloodied fingers with feral screams. I'm not leaving you here like this! I'm not! I'm not worth dying over! I'm dying anyway. A fire makes no difference. Sissel, you have to go. Help Adrian carry Herschel out of here. I'll be fine. No. No, she won't be. But she was right. I grabbed Sissel's shaking shoulder and gave him a pleading look. Sissel, please! We have to get out of here! Sissel stared down at me through gritted teeth and tearful eyes. But... There was another resounding crack as another part of the building collapsed upon itself. Sissel squeezed his eyes shut before furiously turning around and grabbing Herschel. The two of us began carrying him out. Sissel didn't dare look back. He might not be able to leave if he did. I, on the other hand, looked behind him with my heart lurching painfully against my chest. There was a small opening in the rubble. Nowhere near big enough for Jenny to escape through. Just big enough to become a window for her last moments. She stared at me ruefully. A sad, knowing smile spread across her face as her eyes met for the last time. Take care of them for me, will you? I'll see you again soon, Adrian. Fuck! What? No! She soon disappeared as the cafe collapsed into dust behind us. The fire raged on for hours and hours before it finally subsided. We never saw Ginevra Corliss again. Oh, shit. She looks... She looks in decent shape for someone who, got crushed by burning rubble. Like, really? Oh, no. Enjoy your vacation, Jenny. Soon after the fire, Herschel was admitted to the hospital. He woke up a few days after the incident alone in his room. A crumpled letter laid on his bedside. Sissel's bitter handwriting scrawled across the page, a final message addressed to Herschel. To Herschel, I've lost everything. After the events of the past few days, I have nothing left tying me down to this awful city anymore. Nothing but awful memories. So I've decided to leave. I'm hopping on a train and going as far from the city as possible. Hopefully I'll be able to leave this wretched place behind me and start over in a new life. Herschel, tell me, why did you start that fire? Did you really think ending your life would fix anything? That I'd be happy to see you gone? No, everything just fell apart even further. I lost another person I loved. Make something of your life and do something good with it. Jenny died saving us. Saving you. Don't let her down like you did me. Damn, son. And to Adrian. I'm sorry things ended so abruptly and horribly. You were a good friend, maybe even more than a friend, throughout this whole mess. I'm grateful for all the faith and support you've given me. Second, y'all. It is Gatorade time. Oh, God, I gotta plunge some electrolytes, y'all. Alright. I wish things didn't turn out like this. I stared down at the letter before I felt like centuries before folding it up and sighing in defeat. All that's happened, and it ends like this. The world felt so unreal. Jenny, Sissel, where did I go wrong? You failed. You failed your friend, and then you let her die. A wave of anger washed over me. I glared at Halley's form with disdain. Oh, so now you show up. Are you just here to kick me while I'm down? Tempting, but no. I'm giving you the chance to make things right. Take it. Oh. The air itself shattered into pieces as brilliant light blinded me. Halley gave me a sideways glance with that unreadable expression of hers, and then walked into the fracture in space. What was going on? Did she want me to follow her? I stared at the bright cracks and gulped. Something about it felt so familiar. With a determined nod, I stepped forward and walked into the light. This place definitely felt familiar. I've been here before, many times in fact. I just couldn't remember clearly. Suddenly I heard that familiar voice again. It was soft, gentle, patient, like it had all the time in the world. Hello again, Adrian. Where am I? What is this place? This is a world of second chances. I was a person filled with many regrets, and when the world collapsed around me, well, I created this place. With Halley's help, of course. If you had the chance to go back and do everything over again, to save everyone, would you do it? I stared into the empty space and gulped. The chance to make everything better, to make things right again. Of course, I'd do anything to make that happen. Everyone, they deserve better than this. Ooh, excuse me, I could almost hear that voice smile softly. And now, I give all my second chances to you. Their threads will unravel once more, and here lies an opportunity to weave them into happier places. So long as you don't repeat the same mistakes, you have it in you to set things right. I know it. The ground below me suddenly disappeared. I could feel myself falling into the abyss. I flailed my arms and screamed into this empty clockwork realm. Wait! Who are you? You'll remember eventually. I'll see you again soon, Adrian. I was falling. An endless, surreal world of clockwork mechanisms and little pieces of time swirled past me. Whispers and broken conversations buzzed all around me, but I couldn't make any sense of it all. It felt like I'd been falling for hours. All the while, her words echoed in the back of my head. I'll see you again soon, Adrian. Doof! I face-planted right onto the cold, tiled floor of Hershel's cafe. The room was still spinning in nauseous circles as I flipped onto my back and groaned. I feel like I was just thrown into a washing machine set to heavy cleaning. Holy shit, Adrian, are you alright? Oof, I think his nose is bleeding. I squinted at the ceiling as my vision slowly returned to me. 3 figures stood over me with varying expressions of concern. Sissel reached down and helped me pull back onto my wobbly feet. My brain felt like cotton balls as I stared at them in bewilderment, a warm river of red dripping down my bruised nose. What? What happened? Dude, I was about to ask you the same thing. You just keeled over all of a sudden and smashed your face onto the floor. He pressed a hand against my forehead worriedly. You feeling all right? Did you get a heat stroke on your way here? No, I'm fine. Just got a little tired all of a sudden. I felt someone smush a handful of napkins against my face. Jenny hovered over me. She gently dabbed at my bloodied nose. It's like, water time. Oh, God. Oh, this Gatorade is so good, y'all. That was one hell of a fall, Adrian. I pass out all the time and don't even manage to bash my face this hard. You need any water, kiddo? Maybe you should go and sit down for a while. I glanced up and blinked in confusion. Hershel? What are you doing here? Hershel added a hearty laugh. What do you mean? This is my cafe, after all. I blinked. But didn't the cafe burn down? I blinked again and fumbled around the cafe in utter confusion. The whole cafe was intact, like nothing ever happened. Burned down? I mean, there was this small kitchen fire a couple of years ago, but nothing too bad. And Hershel, he was completely healthy. Not a single scratch or bruise from when I last saw him in his hospital room. But didn't this place... I shook my head vigorously and slapped myself in the face. What the hell's going on? Dude, are you feeling alright? Maybe I should take you back to the dorm and call it a night. You! Sissel! Yeah, that's my name. Glad we got that part sorted out. What? Why are you here? I thought you got mad at Hershel and left. Sissel scratched his head awkwardly. Why would I be mad at Boss? I work here. Plus, he's been helping me out to prepare for the culinary competition for Visitors' Day tomorrow. Besides, him calling me sissy all the damn time, there's not much to be mad about. Oh! Don't, Adrian, shut the fuck up! Stop talking! But you just found out your sister is your... I stopped myself in time to see Herschel turn absolutely pale. Sissel doesn't know, but... Wait, Visitors' Day? What day is today? August 9th, the day before Visitors' Day. A quick glance at my phone confirmed that it was indeed August 9th. A whole 6 days before everything ended in misery. I had trouble believing it, but... time had reset. Events were now repeating upon themselves. Wait a moment. Was this the second chance that the voice in the Clockwork World was talking about? A chance to make things right. Memories of all the horrible things that happened suddenly washed over me. A sense of determination builds up in my chest. This wasn't the end, though. There was still a chance to make things right. I could fix everything, make things better. There was no way anyone was happy with how things turned out in the previous timeline. Adrian? You doing okay? You've got this really intense look on your face. I roughly grabbed Sissel's shoulders and stared him straight in the eyes. Sissel, listen. Tomorrow, at the competition, you'll do fucking great. Thanks? We're a little close right now. If anyone messes with you, I'll fucking kick their ass. You've got my full support. No saboteur is gonna get anywhere near you. You're gonna fucking win. Sissel's face was tinged with red. Sure. Of course I'm gonna win this. Just you wait and see. He will, and I'll make sure of it. There was a lot of work to do if I wanted to guarantee Sissel's brighter future. So, Adrian, you really said something very, very sus around Herschel. So, you know, he's probably gonna have some fucking questions for you. I spent the next half hour trying to convince Sissel and Herschel that I was indeed not going insane. The waning river of blood pouring out of my bruised nose did not help. The two of them all but forced me to lie down and hydrate myself until the bleeding stopped. Strangely enough, Ginny did not need much coaxing. She simply nodded with that knowing smile she always wore. It was a little unsettling, to be honest. Even stranger still, she seemed to sense that I wanted to speak with Herschel alone. As Sissel continued to fuss over me like a mother hen, Ginny pulled him aside. She probably knows. Alrighty, quit smothering him, Sissel. Let's give the guy some space. I'm just making sure he's not sick. He still looks pretty nauseous. That's just his face, dude. Adrian can't help how he looks. Hey, I can still hear you guys. Come on, let's go to the kitchen and get him some hot chocolate or something. Once Adrian's feeling steady again, you can help him back to his dorm. With that, Ginny grabbed Sissel by the hem of his shirt and dragged him towards the kitchen. Hey, careful with the shirt! It's ripped enough as it is! Ginny gave me a discreet thumbs up as she pushed Sissel into the kitchen. Now there was only me and Herschel in the room. He sat in the booth across from me, as pale as a ghost and deathly nervous. Second, y'all. Okay. A heavy silence hung in the air as he spent several minutes avoiding my eyes. Say, about that weird stuff you blurted out earlier. About my sister. How did you... I held up a hand and Herschel fell silent. Deep breaths, Adrian. Deep breaths. I know that you're Sissel's uncle. Herschel swallowed, his knuckles clenched tightly. I know that Sissel's mother is Cecilia Bradley. You stole money from her to fund your trip to the national culinary competition, which caused Cecilia's debtors to kill her and leave Sissel orphaned. How? Don't ask how I know. Just that I know. Herschel nodded and swallowed again, his brow heavy with sweat. His eyes darted towards the kitchen where Sissel was still clearly out of earshot. I haven't told Sissel yet. I don't want to throw this bombshell at him right before his competition. But I won't leave this secret alone for long. Sissel deserves to know the truth. Why he grew up alone on the streets, what kind of people his family were, and that his mother loved him very much. He deserves to know. I looked Herschel straight in the eyes. And you need to tell him yourself, or I will, and it won't be pretty. Understood? Herschel took a deep breath and nodded. All right. Just give me some time. He looked so vulnerable in that moment, his face a mess of emotion. Guilt, shame, anxiety, relief. I reached across the table and gave Herschel a gentle pat on his shoulder. Listen, Herschel, I still think you're a decent guy, and I'm sure you've been through a lot. But there's no way things can stay the same way they are now. I just really care about Sissel. I don't want to hurt him any more than absolutely necessary. And I think you feel the same way. There was a weak smile across Herschel's face as he slowly nodded. You're right about that. I'd do anything to keep the little bugger happy. He turned towards the kitchen where Sissel was with a fond look. You know, Sis made a good choice in friends when he chose you. You've got this bite about you now. It's a little scary. Herschel sighed. I'll keep up my end of the deal. I'll tell him everything once this whole mess of a culinary competition is over. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Now, before we head off, I wanted to give a brief shout-out to my awesome patrons who just joined. Let's see, what do we have here? They are... One second, y'all. Let me bring up them names. There we go. We've got Galen, Pupsqueaks, and Stefan204. Thank y'all so much for the generous donations to our Patreon, y'all. It starts as little as $5, y'all. Go ahead and check it out. Y'all get permanent access to that Discord server and some exclusive rewards. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!